Well, the AFC Champions League Two group stage draws to a close today in the West Zone. And our match this evening features the Saudi giants Al-Nassr against the Iraqi heavyweights Al Zawraa in Group D. Al-Nassr are already assured of qualification for the knockout stage after 5 wins out of 5. Has them top of the section with a 100% record. Al Zawraa, while likely to join them, still need a point to make mathematically sure of their spot in the draw to be held on the 30th of December. Mild conditions in the Saudi capital of Riyadh, 18 degrees, and the pitch looking in perfect condition. Well, they met in Baghdad in early October with Al-Nassr emerging comfortable 2-0 winners, but neither team has played a competitive match since the end of November, in large part due to the FIFA Arab Cup, so a chance to get back into the swing of things before their respective domestic campaigns resume over the next few days. Talking of which, Al-Nassr have made a blistering start to the season. On all fronts, really, they are top of the Saudi Pro League after 9 rounds, with 9 wins out of 9. And their only blemish in 18 competitive matches so far in all competitions this season, a home loss in the King's Cup against Al-Ittihad. They've scored 56 goals in those 18 games, and as a result they probably start strong favourites again here this evening. As for their opponents, Al Zawraa, they've had a mixed campaign domestically. They lie in 10th spot in the Iraqi Stars League and have recently replaced their manager Abdul Ghani Shahad with the Egyptian Emad Al-Nahas, and he's had an immediate impact with the team, winning each of their last 5 games in all competitions. And in the ACL 2, they lie 3 points ahead of Istiklal, who play FC Goa a little later today. And Al Zawraa are 8 goals better off in terms of the goal difference, which will ultimately be the decider if they do finish level on points, after the head-to-head meetings between the two ended in 1 win apiece, and each by a 2-1 scoreline. It's certainly not going to be a capacity crowd at the King Saud University Stadium, but those that have turned up come in expectation of seeing some of the biggest stars, not only domestically but in the world game, including a certain Cristiano Ronaldo. More on him in terms of the team news in a moment. Al-Nassr would love to have some continental success. It's been a long wait for them to reach a final in Asia. They won the old Asian Cup Winners' Cup, now defunct of course, back in 1997-98. Those with long memories will bring to mind the fact they beat the Suwon Blue Wings of the Republic of Korea by a 1-0. Certain Hristo Stoichkov, the scorer on that particular occasion. Al-Nassr, a club never afraid to raid the European market for big names, but they have never won the senior tournament in Asia, the Champions League Elite. They've been in the semi-finals on 3 occasions in that competition, including last season, when of course they lost to the ultimate finalists Kawasaki Frontale. As for Al Zawraa, well, their best finish in Asia was the final of the 99-2000 Asian Cup Winners' Cup. They also finished 4th in the old Asian Club Championship back in 96-97. They too have had a long wait for continental success. They are looking to reach the knockout phase of this competition for the first time since they reached the zonal semis of the old AFC Cup back in 2017. So all in readiness for the players. Al-Nassr's last game, they defeated Istiklal by 4-0 away from home. A Joao Felix penalty. One from Mohamed Simakan, one from Sadio Mane, and one from Ahmed Yahya. Al Zawraa were 2-1 winners over FC Goa at home, thanks to goals from Kashim Rad and top scorer Hassan Abdul Karim. That victory means they need a point to be mathematically sure of finishing second in the group behind Al-Nassr. But even defeat today could still see Al Zawraa through to the knockout stage, all dependent, of course, on that final game in the group a bit later in India between FC Goa and Istiklal. But first, it's Al-Nassr against Al Zawraa. Well, let's check on the team news, and the headline news for Al-Nassr is that Cristiano Ronaldo makes his first appearance in the ACL 2 as he seeks to add to that tally of 955 career goals. Jorge Jesus includes all his big guns: Joao Felix, Kingsley Coman, Wesley, Angelo and Brozovic. They are defensively a little light after an injury to Mohamed Simakan. We think Abdullah Al-Khaibari may play as a stopgap central defender. Sadio Mane away on international duty. Al-Khaibari and Al-Amri both recently returned from FIFA Arab Cup duty. Our referee today is Fu Ming of the Chinese People's Republic, the two skippers Jalal Hassan of Al Zawraa, and the unmistakable figure of Cristiano Ronaldo of Al-Nassr. Al Zawraa welcome back all their FIFA Arab Cup call-ups, including Jordanians Abdallah Nassib and Nizar Al-Rashdan, who scored the goal that defeated Saudi Arabia in the semi-finals. Sajjad Al-Saidi is preferred to veteran Durgam Ismail at left-back after Ismail scored a rather bizarre own goal against FC Goa at the end of November. Hassan Abdul Karim has 4 goals in the Champions League Two so far, having netted doubles against both FC Goa and Istiklal. Well, there's the man they've all come to see, no doubt, tonight, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's been kept in cold storage in this competition, but with a busy period of matches coming up, Jorge Jesus, no doubt feeling that this is a good opportunity to reintroduce his talisman. And he skippers the team this evening. What a record he's got for Al-Nassr, 123 matches and 110 goals. And there's his boss, Jorge Jesus, the 71-year-old Portuguese, who won the Saudi Pro League with Al Hilal in 23-24. And there's his opposite number, Emad El Nahas, the 43-year-old Egyptian, who missed the win against FC Goa after his son was involved in a rather nasty car accident in Egypt. Thankfully, he's now on the mend, and El Nahas is back with us. And returning, strangely enough, to one of his former clubs as a player. He played 10 games for Al-Nassr back in 03-04. So we're underway. Al-Nassr already assured of top spot in the group. Al Zawraa potentially still with a bit of work to do to join them in the round of 16 to be played in February. The draw for the knockout phase to be held on the 30th of December. And here go Al-Nassr looking to spring the first attack. There's a foul on Angelo, committed by Akam Hashim. And first chance for perhaps Cristiano Ronaldo to have a dig from long range. Maybe not. Al-Nassr in their yellow jerseys, kicking from right to left on your screen in this first half. A rather nasty collision there. Involving Angelo, who protests his innocence. Just barging into Hassan Abdul Karim. And so a free kick for the Iraqis. Taken by Hassan Abdul Karim, and looking for the early delivery into the box was Kashim Rad, who loves to get forward from right fullback. And he's earned the visitors the first corner of this contest, which is work short to the top of the box. There's an offside flag, rather carelessly against Hassan Abdul Karim. And an opportunity wasted for Al-Nassr's team. That season that he spent playing at Al-Nassr in the Saudi Pro League all those years ago. Spent playing alongside an Iraqi legend of the game, a certain Nashat Akram. What a player he was. Played into midfield, and Angelo. Nassr working the ball wide, looking to spring an attack. Angelo once again. This is Saad Al-Nassr, who just about managed to keep his feet and the ball. It's tidy passing, lovely work by Al-Nassr. Angelo just showing a little too much of the ball. To Akam Hashim. Zawraa able to scramble the ball away, and they earn themselves the throw-in near touchline. It's Hassan Abdul Karim. He is Zawra's top scorer in all competitions with 5 this season. Some way behind Al-Nassr's leading goal scorer, Joao Felix, who has 14 already. Cristiano Ronaldo into double figures as well with 10. No way forward for Marcelo Brozovic, the veteran Croatian. He's been linked with a move away from Al-Nassr. He's coming towards the end of his contract. It seems as though he may well be staying as Al-Amri sprays the ball wide right. Looking for Wesley. Readjustment to try and get away from Sajjad Al-Saidi, the left fullback of Al Zawraa. Good sliding challenge by Ibrahim Gabaramosi, Ivory Coast-born striker for Al Zawraa. Nassr quickly back on the ball. Right left is Kingsley Coman, part of the French national squad that reached the World Cup final in Qatar in 2022. Enjoying life in Saudi Arabia since his high-profile switch from Bayern Munich, the German giants. 4 goals already in his maiden campaign for the Riyadh outfit. This is Al-Nassr taking advantage of a bit of space down that left-hand side as Zawraa went to readjust and provide cover for the wider areas, and they've given the ball away carelessly again. Touched by Cristiano Ronaldo, but not able to link up with the teammate. Now Al Zawraa with the chance of a breakaway, and it's Al Hamaidan, the Bahraini international, on the left. Just having to check the run, and ultimately the shot from An awful long way out from Hussein Falla. Was way off target. A bit of a disappointing end to a rather promising move for the team from Baghdad. This is Angelo. Joao Felix. Ball wouldn't quite run on for Kingsley Coman. Al Zawraa in the all-white. Looking to spring the offside trap. So Nassr had pushed out. Back by Al-Nassr, Jordanian international, to his goalkeeper, Jalal Hassan. Both players who've been away on FIFA Arab Cup duty with their respective nations. It seems Jordan actually reached the final, but lost out in the end to Morocco. Ball broke for Kingsley Coman. Now Ronaldo, Joao Felix, Angelo. Angelo once more. Ronaldo coming short, but he was well marked. Ball looking for the run of Joao Felix, and it flicks off the head of Kashim Rad and away for a corner for Al-Nassr. Living at 40 years of age, you're not immune to new experiences, and debut in a new competition for Cristiano Ronaldo today. Let's see if he can add to that phenomenal goal tally. Corner straight down the throat of Jalal Hassan, who spent his FIFA Arab Cup on the bench as number 2 to Ahmed Basel. Preferred choice of the Iraqi head coach Graham Arnold. Solo Brozovic protesting that his wasn't the final touch, but the Chinese referee giving the throw to Al Zawraa. This is Sultan Al Ghanam. Hussein Falla. Wide right is Kashim Rad. Beyond him is Hassan Abdul Karim. Playing on the right, but very left-footed and very nimble and fleet of foot. It is Tuma throw. Abdul Karim, also part of that Iraqi squad at the FIFA Arab Cup. They've got a big World Cup Intercontinental playoff to come as well, of course, in March against Bolivia or Suriname. Cut back to the top of the box, rather carelessly given away by Al-Nassr and Hassan Abdul Karim. Only had a split second to think about his shot. Couldn't work the goalkeeper in the end. Only 2 half openings so far, really. They've both come the way of Al Zawraa. Nassr looking to build some momentum. Kingsley Coman's pass out towards Wesley on the right. Dart into the box, but losing his footing. Zawraa will look to play on the counter, but they need to make those passes stick. Here's Joao Felix. Angelo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, he just thought, why not? I'll have a dig. Early sighter for the 226 times capped Portuguese international. Wesley there just losing his footing. No real suggestion that he was upended by the defender. Ronaldo left out of Champions League Two team on many occasions, really, because they're prioritising the domestic league this year, Al-Nassr, but a real miscue might open the door here for Hassan Abdul Karim. In the end, just one too many defenders. But the threat is certainly there from Al Zawraa. Even though Al-Nassr are long since qualified for the knockout phase, I'm sure they will want to finish the group stage with 6 wins out of 6. Sultan Al Ghanam going down the line, effectively 2 for Wesley. Running around the fullback, in towards Cristiano Ronaldo. He was well marshalled by Al-Nassr. Important intervention by the big Jordanian defender. Rather tamely given away by Hussein Fallah. Al-Nassr will go again. There's the opening goal. Struck him beautifully by Kingsley Coman. And they only had to wait 12 minutes. Their first real attack of any promise. And Al-Nassr take the lead. Well, Hussein Fallah gave the ball away very carelessly in midfield. Kingsley Coman was there to pounce. Really nice first time finish with the left boot. From their first real threat, Nassr secure an early advantage. Now it's a real uphill task for Al Zawraa. Never beaten Saudi opposition before in Asia. 5 matches played, 5 defeats. And they trail again here in Riyadh. Nasser's 57th goal of the season, which is their 19th match. All that really after Al Zawraa had 2 most promising half chances, if you want to term them that. You've got that little bit of extra quality. Really counts on the regional stage. Through Marcelo Brozovic. Here is Al-Qaeda, as we rather suspected, is playing as makeshift central defender today. The captain to Mohamed Simakan. He's going to be out for 3 or 4 weeks with an injury. Angelo. Prod inside for Brozovic. Finding room. It's off Al-Nassr. Out for another corner. Goal just goes to prove that players of this quality switch on for a second. Zawraa will rue the fact they gave the ball away so casually in midfield. Corner to defend here. He's made his way forward. Al-Qaeda up as well. Towards the central area. Top at the end. Saad. Nassr. wants them to play. Just to pitch the ball back here through himself. Al-Karim, and the throw goes on Nasr's way. A really ordinary start to the domestic season, Al Zawraa, which forced them to part company with Abdul Ghani Shahad. A new man, Mahas, no stranger to continental success, won 2 CAF Champions League titles in Africa with Al-Ahly as a player. Here's Al-Hamaidan, but referee's going to bring them back here. Side flag against the Bahraini international. Clearly offside. Adi Al-Hamaidan. Sajjad Al-Saidi was claiming that he was fouled prior to that flag going up. Here's Angelo, lovely balance against the return off Wesley. Two Brazilians combining with each other. The intervention from Saint Fala for Al Zawraa. Brozovic able to amble forward with the ball. Al-Amri and Coman, the goal scorer. Cristiano Ronaldo onside, and Al Zawraa just a little stretched. Here's Wesley with the step overs, gets around the defender, looking for Joao Felix, and then Ronaldo. And in the end, it's scrambled clear by Akam Hashim for Al Zawraa. Another corner for the home side. Brozovic going deep. Across the face of goal by Joao Felix. And there's 2. Fired into the roof of the net. And Al-Nassr double their money. Wesley with the finish. And it was all too easy for Al-Nassr. And Al Zawraa just could not deal with the corner. Joao Felix at the back post. And ultimately, via the ricochet, it fell the way of Wesley. And he fired it into the roof of the goal. 2-0 Al-Nassr. Tall order now for Al Zawraa. See if they can make an inroad on the scoreboard. It's Abdul Karim on the right. He's probably their most dangerous player. That should be comfortable enough for Al-Khaibari. Little arm across the face there by Karar Nabil. Jorge Jesus still furiously chewing the gum, but his team looks relatively comfortable. Ronaldo. Just straight into an offside position there. Here's Al Hamaiden. Through Hussein Falla. Abdullah Nasib had to be quick because Koeman was arriving. Hassan Abdul Karim breaks here for Karar Nabil, and again another promising situation for Al Zawraa, and one that they weren't able to profit from. And then Sajjad Al-Saidi with the foul. Collision between Hassan Abdul Karim and Saad Al-Nassr on the near side. That's opened up the space here for Angelo. Joao Felix wanted a touch, and the ball was just a little too pacey for him. Chipped out wide by Joao Felix. Gunham looking for the give and go, and Wesley's pace will get him there. Off the head of Abdullah Nasib. Joao Felix. It's a clear foul. It was just a little too quick for Hussein Falla. Eyes were looking one way, the feet were going the other. So more organisational work for Jalal Hassan. Third goal now would surely be the killer blow, even at this early stage. It's going to be Marcelo Brozovic to deliver it. Looking for Cristiano Ronaldo. Him off the head of Nasib, and then out of play for an Al-Nassr throw. Little back heel from Kingsley Coman, looking to get the combination going with Joao Felix, Al-Rashdan, and now Hussein Falla, Al-Hamaiden, Banamosi. Will be an Al Zawraa throw. Zawraa, remember, having won their last 5 matches in all competitions. They just haven't really been able to find the answer to that extra bit of quality that Al-Nassr possess in these early stages. Hussein Falla with a switch. It was a bit strong, that, for Sajjad Al-Saidi. Did well to control it. Al-Hamaidan. Back through Al-Rashdan. Abdul Karim. Kashim Rad. Back through Kara Nabil. Tidy work from Hussein Falla. Little scoop over the top by Al-Hamaidan for the fullback. Al-Saidi is Ibrahim Gabaramosi, and he gets a corner. Bento in the Al-Nassr goal, yet to be really tested. Maybe that's about to change. Mahdi Al-Hamaidan with the delivery. Pushed away by the goalkeeper, Hassan Abdul Karim. Just looking to loft it back in for a teammate, but nobody there in white. Now they've got to scamper back. What about that for a touch from Kingsley Coman? And Al-Nassr could be in again here. Here's Joao Felix looking to place it. And from one end of the pitch to the other, and Al-Nassr will have themselves a corner. Ball from the long launch from Bento. Look at that touch. Soft as a feather from Kingsley Coman. Felix's shot, canning it off not one but two Al Zawraa defenders, I fancy. Al-Nassr's fourth corner of the game. Felix in towards the near post. Oh, it's a wonderful header, and it's three. It's Abdullah Al-Amri, and that is surely thank you and good night for Al Zawraa. And once again the set piece proving to be their undoing. Al-Amri stealing in ahead of the defender, and a bullet header that Jalal Hassan could only watch and admire. It's a fantastic header on the edge of the 6-yard box. Stealing a march on Nizar Al-Rashdan to meet Joao Felix's corner. And it's 3-0 for Al-Nassr. Well, the Al-Nassr fans enjoying that one, even though at the start of the season he wasn't really their favourite player. Spent last year on loan to Al-Ittihad, where he won the Saudi Pro League and the King's Cup. The fans weren't particularly happy with him because he had pinned pictures of himself in that Al-Ittihad shirt for a long time on his social media pages. Maybe that goal has gone some way to repairing that relationship a little bit. And Al-Nassr are now surely out of sight. Touched by Al-Nassr though, could open the door for an Al Zawraa attack. It's a poor pass though by Gabaramosi. And the problem for Al Zawraa now is that goal difference that separates them and Istiklal, who of course play FC Goa later. They still need to win that game. But the goal difference between the two, which was 7 in the favour of Al Zawraa, is now down to 4. They can't risk further damage to the scoreboard. Here's Al-Rashdan. It's asking an awful lot of the left fullback. He's kept it alive, which is about the best outcome they could have hoped for, Al Zawraa. And they've got the throw. Al-Nassr. Looking for the switch, and it's beautiful execution. It's a poor piece of control, most unlike Hassan Abdul Karim. Given his normally near flawless technique, and a possible opportunity goes begging for Al Zawraa. Sultan Al-Ghanam catching that ball up. Brozovic to get things moving. Al-Amri. Wesley popping up on the left-hand side. Coman now on the right, just to keep Al Zawraa guessing. Angelo. Al-Nassr. Joao Felix. Wesley again. This is where that extra bit of quality normally tells. Al-Nassr finding the room for the cross, and it's just inches away from being a second for Kingsley Coman, and 4-0. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's yet to really get in the game. He's been suffering a bit with muscle soreness, not helped by a cold, but has been back in training. Here's that earlier cross from Al-Nassr, which Kingsley Coman was only a matter of millimetres away from converting. Kashim Rad just preventing that ball from skipping on through. Otherwise, Angelo could have been on for another opportunity. Here he is on the ball now. Slid out for a corner by Rad. Who arrived in 2024 for 23 million euros. After that spell at Chelsea, didn't make a first-team appearance. See if they keep an eye on Al-Amri this time. Corners have been a massive problem for Al Zawraa. Really dealt with the movement of the Al-Nassr players. Al-Amri jockeying for position again. This time they managed to get one away, thanks to Al-Hamaidan. Abdul Karim. Not able to get away from Saad Al-Nassr. Wesley. Brozovic. 99 times capped for Croatia before his international retirement. Angelo trying to thread the needle for Joao Felix. That's a handy release. And Hassan Abdul Karim is away again down the right. He goes for a shot on target and forces the first real save out of Bento at the near post. Encouragement for Al Zawraa. Routine save in the end. Still the corner to come. Abdullah Nassib has made his way forward. Looking to make his move now. Ball doesn't reach the Jordanian international. The breakaway could be on here. Goodness me, they've committed so many numbers forward. Al Zawraa, thankfully for them, the speed of Abdallah Nassib gets them out of a bit of a hole. Sent long by Jalal Hassan. For him, Gabadamosi has not really had an awful lot of change out of either Al-Amri or Al-Khaibari, but he's got the verdict on this occasion. Free kick. It could have been 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, but that's the way the referee saw it. Yes, Akam Hashim. Banamosi through Hussein Falla. Akam Hashim once again. They're trying to spring the offside trap. There's no flag. There is now. Just for a second, Ibrahim Gabadamosi thought he was away. Tried to bend the run to stay onside. Not successfully enough. Striker from Lagos in Nigeria originally. Enjoying his second stint in Iraq after a spell with New Roz in 23-24 when he had a real purple patch. 15 goals in just 8 matches. Ibrahim Gabadamosi. He's found the going a bit tougher with Al Zawraa. Just 2 goals in his stint with the Gulls, as they are nicknamed. Tidy work by Karar Nabil. Threads it through, and Ibrahim Gabadamosi could be on for a chance here, and there's a collision between defender and goalkeeper, which has left both a little sore. As Gabadamosi tried to bustle his way through. And again, attack of some promise, and Gabadamosi was onside this time. Slightly heavy touch, and then was Al-Nassr careering inadvertently into his own goalkeeper Bento. Couldn't get out of the way. Wesley not quite going to be able to reel that one in. Signed from Corinthians in Brazil in 2024. 11 times capped by the Brazilian under-20 national team. Not yet a full international, Wesley. João Felix and Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, very much full-fledged internationals. Nearly 300 caps between them for Portugal. Shimrad. No further progress can be made down the right side for Al Zawraa. Here's João Felix. Looks like a rondo on the training field at the moment for Al-Nassr. Now they give the ball away. Angelo, the guilty party. Karar Nabil striding forward. Al-Rashdan looking for the space on the right, and there has been a bit of that for Hassan Abdul Karim. He'll look back post for Al-Rashdan. Now Al-Humaydan. Rush done once again, opening up the space for Sajad Al-Saidi. And here's Hassan Abdul Karim at the back post. Again, plenty forward in the attack for Al Zawraa. They've been driven back. Now Al-Nassr have pounced. And Joao Felix is fouled. Badamosi going through the back of the Portuguese attacker. Cristiano Ronaldo has actually played the game at walking pace so far. Don't bank against him pinching a goal or two. Bit of room for Joao Felix. Nassr to send it wide. Wesley. Coman. Little readjustment, and Joao Felix not far away from making it 4. Will be a corner off the defender, who was Akam Hashim. Let's see if Al Zawraa have learned their lessons from the set pieces. Cristiano Ronaldo darting towards the near post. Recycle via Brozovic. Al-Ghanam. Roll forward by Al-Khaibari. Thinks that Coman does well to control that one. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo, little scoop over the top, and Joao Felix over the head of the goalkeeper, and it's in for 4. And Joao Felix joins in with the fun. An assist provided by his compatriots Cristiano Ronaldo. And Al-Nassr are out of sight of Al Zawraa. Lovely little scoop over the top. And Joao Felix just put enough on that chip over the goalkeeper to get it over the line. It's his 4th goal of this AFC Champions League 2 campaign. And nothing Akam Hashim could do to stop it. And now that goal difference becomes a real worry for Al Zawraa. As it stands, 3 or 4-0 win for Istiklal against FC Goa later would send them through at the expense of the Iraqis. And that's always assuming that it doesn't get any worse for them here at the King Saud University Stadium. The strange thing is that Al Zawraa have not been without some good situations of their own. But again, that little jumping quality. 3 of the 4 goals scored by the imports. Cristiano Ronaldo now adding a first ever assist to his name in this competition. To the 1 additional minute at the end of the first half. Zawraa looking to make an inroad on the right, but Hassan Abdul Karim caught offside on this occasion. And referee Fu Ming says that will do. What a first half it's been for Al-Nassr. Goals from Joao Felix, and before that Abdullah Al-Amri. Wesley got on the score sheet to make it 2-0, all after Kingsley Coman had opened the scoring on 12 minutes. Al Zawraa have simply been blown away by the quality of Al-Nassr, and that's the half-time scoreline. Al-Nassr 4, Al Zawraa 0.
عندهم ما طالعين.
Go inside, go inside.
Well, second half about to get underway, and it's potentially a damage limitation exercise now for Al Zawraa, particularly given the situation in Group D, with the goal difference being crucial between them and Istiklal. Always assuming, of course, Istiklal do beat FC Goa in the final match in Group D. And there are some changes to bring you up to date with as well. Al-Nassr are going to send on striker Mohamed Maran for the second 45. And a double change coming up for Al Zawraa as well. One Abdul Karim for another. Hassan Abdul Karim has been replaced by Haidar Abdul Karim. And there's that change for Al-Nassr. So Cristiano Ronaldo, just 45 minutes on his return to the Al-Nassr starting lineup. One assist for the fourth goal for Joao Felix. And he's put back into cold storage ahead of the Saudi Pro League game against Al Uqdood in 3 days' time. So Al-Nassr get the ball rolling for the second half. 4 goals to the good. And the points all but secured. The equation for Group D still very much up in the air in terms of which team will join them in the round of 16 draw. And Al Zawraa, as it stands, right on the precipice with that goal difference situation being crucial. Here's Nizar Al-Rashdan out to Mahdi Al-Humaydan, and some work for Bento. He's had precious little of that so far in this game, but an easy take. Confirmation of those changes for Al Zawraa. As mentioned, one Abdul Karim for another. And they've also brought on Mohamed Kassim in place of Kara Nabil for the second 45. That's a like-for-like change as well, and confirming that Cristiano Ronaldo is now off the field of play as they go looking for a fifth goal, Al-Nassr, and there was a complete miss-kick at the near post by Abdullah Nasib, but Al Zawraa get away with that one. Scampering clear, it's his compatriot from Jordan, Nizar Al-Rashdan. Interesting to see the approach of Al Zawraa in this second half, given that goal difference situation. Do they just try and keep it at 4, or do they gamble a bit and try and reduce the deficit, give themselves a better chance of going through? First tiebreaker in the group in this competition is the head-to-head record, but that's all square with Istiklal. 1 win each, both by 2 goals to 1, so next it goes to goal difference. At the moment, it's Al Zawraa, but only by 3. Let's see if they can get on the scoreboard here. For him, Gabaramosi going down a little too easily. They've had several of those situations where they've had attacks of promise, but no end product as yet. Al-Nassr at the other end have been utterly clinical in the way they've dispatched their goals. And you wouldn't bet against them adding one or two more in this second half. Al-Nassr with the throw. Turn back towards Marcelo Brozovic. Felix twisting and turning away from his opponent, and Wesley trod on the ball, might have done himself a little bit of damage there, the Brazilian. Off the chest of Brozovic, and Al-Nassr on the attack again. Joao Felix held up well though by Al Rashdan. Held up by Mohamed Kassim, one of the new arrivals at the break. This is Haidar Abdul Karim. See how the Al-Nassr defence pushes up and squeezes the pitch. Trying to catch Al Zawraa offside. This is Sajad Al-Saidi. Al-Nassr, nice release. Into the path of Gabara Mosi, and they're on the scoreboard, Al Zawraa. Thanks to their striker, Ibrahim Gabara Mosi. 5 minutes of the second half gone, and finally they've made one of those promising situations tell. And there'll be no clean sheet for Bento tonight, as Al Zawraa pull it back to 4-1. Mohamed Kassim with the initial breakthrough, a lovely pass to find Ibrahim Gabara Mosi. And his finish was strong and true, past Bento. He's not had too many sights of goal tonight, but he's made that one count, the Nigerian-born striker. And it's his third goal in this AFC Champions League Two campaign. And some atonement perhaps for Gabara Mosi after he missed a penalty in that 2-1 home win against FC Goa last time out. And that goal could be crucial in terms of the goal difference situation in Group D as well. Sent forward by Jalal Hassan. Here's Brozovic. Al-Nassr. Good work by the fullback. And he's still there, still going. Good save by Jalal Hassan, still alive. Here's Kingsley Coman. And it glances off the crossbar. And Al Zawraa grateful to their goalkeeper, but it was a mazy dribble by the left fullback. Finding himself really in nosebleed territory. Good save by Jalal Hassan down to his left. And then Coman saw his follow-up efforts come back off the frame of the goal. Al-Nassr held up on the edge of the Al Zawraa penalty area. This is Haidar Abdul Karim. Turned back by Al Hamaidan. Abdallah Nasib. All the way back through Akam Hashim. Kashim Rad, and they've sprung the offside trap. Mohamed Kassim away down the right. He's going to get a corner. Well, I thought he was going to get a corner. Well, a little baffled by that decision. I think the Al Zawraa benches as well. Wesley off on a run down the right. Couldn't get the return off Joao Felix. It's going to run out of play for an Al-Nassr throw. Kassim, again they've sprung the trap. It's a high defensive line, it's a risky tactic at times for Al-Nassr. Coman ferrying the ball wide right for Wesley. Scorer of Al-Nassr's second goal in the first half. Way back with Brozovic. Al-Amri. Coman easily riding the challenge of the opponent. Nice work by Moran as well. They're building beautifully here. Kingsley Coman. He has a double. Al-Nassr have 5. And it was a beautifully worked goal. And the Frenchman applying the finishing touch. Mohamed Moran with the initial good play. Al-Nassr's delivery into the box. A clever dummy by Joao Felix. And Kingsley Coman doing the rest. Well, he grazed the crossbar a few minutes ago at that end of the field. And nothing Jalal Hassan could do about that one. And Al-Nassr have their 4-goal cushion back. And what a feast of goals we've been treated to here this evening. Still well over half an hour to play. Again, that high defensive line of Al-Nassr. The box it goes. Could be another one here. Good save by Bento to deny Mahdi Al Hamaidan. He doesn't play too often, Bento. Now Al-Akidi is preferred in the Saudi Pro League. There is some talk that Bento might be on his way in January. And he made a good save there. There's Mohamed Kassim. Again, they're looking to spring that offside trap, but Badamosi going to be disappointed this time. All credit to the big goalkeeper. Made himself big and strong. That's why he's won 6 caps for the Brazilian national team, Bento. Ball's still alive for Al-Nassr. Joao Felix getting busy again. Those little tight spaces. Too strong on the release for Mohamed Maran. He's been good today, Joao Felix. Another change coming. And Mahdi Al-Hamaidan had that chance some moments ago, is to be replaced. Another Jordanian off the bench, Rezik Banihani. They can get 3 Jordanians on the field now for Al Zawraa. Here's 2 of them combining. The substitute Banihani getting the return pass here from Al Rashdan. It's a strange ball though, from the newly arrived substitute. This is Akam Hashim. Start again through Hussein Fala. Triple change being readied by Al-Nassr. The next break in play with exactly half an hour to go. It's Coman, who of course is now on a hat-trick. He won't want to see his number called. Wesley. Al Rashdan slaloming his way through midfield. Ahmed Kassim. Back through Al Rashdan. That'll be the signal for the triple change. Joao Felix got his goal today. Good contribution in the 61 minutes that he played today, combining nicely with Cristiano Ronaldo. For that 4th goal, Marcelo Brozovic takes his leave. Kingsley Coman as well. And 3 new boys. Haroun Kamara. Rakan Al-Ghamdi. And Ali Al-Hassan. Jesus taking the opportunity with that 4-goal cushion to give some of his bigger stars a bit of a breather and get them ready for that big league game in 3 days' time. Could be in again here, but that shot rather tame in the end. Comfortable save for Jalal Hassan. Kassim. Back towards his own half of the field. Angelo. They just look a little dispirited at the moment. To Al Zawraa. Amongst that trio of substitutes, by the way, Rakam Al-Ghamdi, one to keep an eye on, still just 20. Was on loan with Nek Nijmegen of the Netherlands last season. There to get some European experience and know-how. Here from long range, but fired well over the top by Angelo in the end. Somebody's got a big presence in the stands. Zawraa have got a league game of their own, by the way, in 4 days' time against Al-Nassr, as the Iraqi Stars League resumes after the little break. They are desperate to make progress in Asia. It's going to be a nervous wait for them to find out whether their performance here and the margin of defeat is going to be narrow enough to help see them through to the last 16. Another goal the other way, of course, would help. Now that Al-Sharari is being readied as Al-Nassr's next change. Central defender has been struggling with injury of late. There's Abdullah Nasib and Qasim having to protect the ball. Akam Hashim. Same follow. Haidar Abdul Karim. Hashim really with nowhere to go, but along the defensive line, again that high back line for Al-Nassr makes it really difficult for Al Zawraa to play through. Here's Amri having a run forward. He's already on the score sheet tonight, of course. Abdullah Nasib blocked off, slipped through. Chance brewing potentially for Mohamed Maran. That's a really good challenge by Akam Hashim, but the offside flag was up anyway, so I wouldn't have counted, but Hashim was not to know that. Tell you what, he wasn't offside either, was he? Harun Kamara. He was not offside. Another change. It's the end of the evening for Wesley, rather Angelo, I should say. Al-Sharari is with us, signing in the off-season from Al-Shabaab, a free transfer on a 3-year deal. As mentioned, he's really struggled with injuries since his arrival. Talking of which, there might be an injury problem or two here for Al Zawraa. nasty one. Gamdi just treading on the foot of Sajjad Al-Saidi. Mohamed Kassim, who in terms of stature and the way he plays with that left peg is almost a carbon copy of the man he replaced at half-time, Hassan Abdul Karim. Oh, the back pass is a poor one from the freshly arrived Al-Sharari. Bento very grateful to see the ball rebound his way. Al-Sharari didn't get nearly enough distance on the back pass, and Gabadamosi nipped in. Well, Gamdi's free at the back post here if Al-Nassr can find him, but they can't. Al Zawraa tidy things up in the shape of Hussein Falla. Rashta. Hashim. For Sajjad Al-Saidi. Stolen back by Al-Khaibari. Now back playing it is more familiar midfield role, or at least I think he is. Nassr. Wide right is Sultan Al-Ghanim. Cross only partly away. Al-Gamdi forcing the save out of Jalal Hassan. Seen away by Bani Hani in the first instance. Here's Mohamed Kassim. Close control, but not the release to match it. Badamosi losing his footing, somewhat unfortunately, at a crucial moment. Chance for a run down that left-hand side for one of the substitutes. Mohamed Moran trying to set himself over the top. It goes in the end off Al Hassan, courtesy of a deflection. It will be a corner. Must have only been the slightest of glances off Hashim. He's taken on board a bit of the pickle juice, starting to suffer a bit from cramp potentially. It's been a long evening's work for Al Zawraa. Gamdi's corner. Seen out safely by Gabadamosi. Zawra's solitary goal scorer this evening is their coach, Imad El Nahas. They won 43 caps for Egypt during a long and storied playing career. Foul on Gabadamosi. As though he felt this one a bit. Yeah, got a kick to that right knee from Al Hassan. Referee's still not happy. particularly with that ball, it seems. So play restarts with the free drop for Al Zawraa.
No use, no, put here.
Some follow. Hashi. This is where it becomes a bit tricky for Al Zawraa because of that high defensive line. Hashim's done well to create the angle for the pass, but the release was too strong. At times they have been able to spring that defensive back line, but not on that occasion. Potential opponents for Al-Nassr in the last 16 could be Sepahan, could be Al-Aqli of Qatar, Al-Muharraq, Istiqlal of Iran. I'm sure they would prefer to avoid. They will definitely be in the hat, and that Al Zawraa will join them. Will depend upon the next few hours. With 15 minutes remaining here in Saudi and 90 minutes in India. Al-Ghamdi. Dug out well by Haidar Abdul Karim. Mohamed Qasim losing out. Amri. Leaving it for Al-Kaivari. Al-Hassan. Al-Ghanam. Patient build-up from Al-Nassr. This is Haroun Kamara. Kaivari. Very much now playing in midfield. No question about that. By Amri and then rather carelessly given but straight back by Al Zawraa. Now they should be able to find a bit of room. Ghamdi. The early ball into the box, so it's lovely football. The offside flag is up against Mohamed Moran. Clearly it strayed wrong side of the line. Ali Shaheen is the next change off the bench for Al Zawraa, replacing Nizar Al-Rashdan. Spent last season on loan at Al-Kark. Ali Sadiq Shaheen, the under-23 international. Getting a few minutes under his belt in what is sure to be a losing team. The question is, by how many? Al-Ghamdi. That's Al-Ghanam in support on the right. Sliding challenge though from Sajjad Al-Saidi. Certainly going to be 6 wins out of 6 in the group for Al-Nassr. Going into that knockout round draw, you'd imagine they've got to be one of the favourites for this competition. array of European stars. Now sat on the bench and resting up ahead of their next domestic encounter in 3 days' time against Al Nassr. And they will look to make it 10 wins out of 10 to start their Saudi Pro League campaign. A competition they haven't won, by the way, since 2018-19. It's a real target for them this season. Mosi held up well. There's excellent defensive work from Al-Khaibari. Mosi's got a problem though. It was the right knee a few minutes ago, now it's the right ankle. Just getting clipped on the way through perhaps by Al-Khaibari. There it is, just treading on the boots. Of the Al Zawraa striker. Al-Khaibari, who was one of those away at the FIFA Arab Cup, where he made 4 appearances as the Saudis reached the semis. Here are the goals today. Kingsley Coman with the opener after 12 minutes, then Wesley firing into the roof of the net to make it 2 7 minutes later. And then on 28 minutes, Abdullah Al-Amri from Joao Felix's corner. And then Felix added a goal to his assist after a lovely prompt by his compatriot Cristiano Ronaldo to make it 4. Ibrahim Gabadamosi then did reduce arrears 5 minutes into the second half at 4-1. Coman then duly adding his second and Al-Nassr's 5th on 56 minutes. Al-Khaibari, who was on the score sheets in the reverse fixture between the two in Baghdad in October. His first goal in over 2 years. Nassr winning 2-0 that particular day. It's been much more convincing here this evening. And they're looking for more. Al-Nassr. Corner ball off Mohamed Kassim. Another change, the stricken Ibrahim Gabadamosi will play no further parts. And Murad Mohammed will be his replacement. Here's his goal, which at least put Al Zawraa on the board. His 3rd of the season in all competitions. Here's the corner, only partly cleared. Al-Ghamdi to reset it. Al-Khaibari forcing a save out of Jalal Hassan. He almost repeated the trick of his goal in Baghdad. Jalal Hassan probably claiming he was a bit unsighted. Did well to push it over the top of the bar. Scored 3 goals for Al-Nassr. Abdullah Al-Khaibari was very nearly the 4th. Here's the corner. And volleyed right at the end by Harun Kamara. They were again claiming a touch on the way through. This time to be disappointed, Al-Nassr. Saudi clubs have enjoyed plenty of success on the regional stage in recent years. Al-Ahly, of course, the current holders of the AFC Champions League Elite. Al Zawraa could be in for a second goal here. Effort from Rezik Banihani straight at Bento. Momentary stoppage here. Kadim Rad picking up a knock. Zawraa with the free drop once again. Their poor record against Saudi opposition set to continue. Played 6, lost 6, 4 of those against Al-Nassr. Fans lighting up the stands after their superstars have lit the field up this evening. Al-Nassr is lost out in the foot race to Harun Kamara. Be a corner for Al-Nassr despite the protests of Nassib. It's already been taken. Looks like Wesley's going to play the full 90 minutes, the only foreigner to complete the full set. Zawraa got themselves into trouble again. Trying to play out from the back. Free kick. Foul on Al Hassan. Into the last 5 minutes at the King Saud University Stadium. This is Sultan Al Ghanam, all the way back to Abdullah Al Amri. Points long since won. Long by Jalal Hassan. It's an awkward fall for Al Amri. Rolling over the top of Rezik Banihani. Coming down on the back of his head. Ouch. That's a nasty fall. Thankfully, seems to be okay. Turned back by Abdullah Nassib. Down the line by Sajjad Al-Saidi. Al Zawraa will get themselves a free kick. The foul by Sultan Al Ghanam. Wearing the captain's armband after the departure of Cristiano Ronaldo. So he got through 45 minutes. Claimed an assist for Joao Felix's 4th goal. And then promptly departed the sea. There's a few Ronaldo shirts in there, I'd wager. Even Even seen some shirts in the stands split into three. Al-Nassr, Real Madrid and Juventus. Three of Cristiano Ronaldo or CR7's clubs. Very much idolised now in this part of the world. Shaheen trying to protect the ball unsuccessfully. This is Al-Hassan, Al-Ghamdi. The game has certainly lost some of its structure because of all the changes. It's a trip by Bani Hani on Al-Khaibari. No way through for Kamara. He made contact with the defender as well, who stayed down. Haidar Abdul Karim carries it forward for Al Zawraa. He's going to have to stop the play. It's Kadim Murad. Just got trodden on. Accidentally, must be said, by Haroun Kamara. Well, Al-Nassr making solid progress at home and on the regional stage. 9 wins out of 9 in the Saudi Pro League. And in a few minutes it will be 6 wins out of 6 in the AFC Champions League Two. And they will be a team to avoid in the round of 16. Al Zawraa must wait and hope that Istiklal do not claw back the goal difference. Their match against FC Goa. Selfies in the stands with some of those substituted stars. We're into the first of 2 additional minutes at the end of the 90. Al-Nassr to send the ball long. Even a goal late on might be of help for Al Zawraa. Got the ball here through Murad Mohammed. Hussein Falla showing no great ambition. Lead from Haidar Abdul Karim. Nice touch too on the same player. No way forward for Hussein Falla. Long by Al-Nassr. Haroun Kamara. By Haroun Kamara again. Nassr bowled over, but no foul. And the referee says that will do. It's 6 out of 6 in the AFC Champions League Two for Al-Nassr. They top the group with a perfect record as Al Zawraa sweat on the results between Goa and Istiklal. The big stars got the job done in the first half. Kingsley Coman, and then Wesley, and then after Abdullah Al-Amri had made it 3-0, Joao Felix made it 4 at the break. Coman added a second after Ibrahim Gabadamosi had pulled one back for Al Zawraa. But Al-Nassr comfortable winners in the end. And they continue to make serene progress both at home and on the regional stage. Full time in Riyadh. It's finished. Al-Nassr 5, Al Zawraa 1.